Welcome to Never Googled, the place where your weirdest late-night thoughts turn into even weirder deep dives. You ever stared at a superhero poster and thought, why the hell are they wearing a cape? No, just me? Cool. Today we're speedrunning the psychology, history, marketing tactics, cartoon logic, and just pure ridiculousness behind the cape, because someone has to. Superheroes wear capes. We accept it, we romanticize it, we replicate it with towels around our necks and jump off sofas like idiots. But where did this idea come from? Why do they all do it? Batman, Superman, Doctor Strange, even kids in Halloween costumes can't resist the dramatic flair. But if you really stop and think about it, it makes zero sense. Is it a fashion statement, a flight mechanism, emotional baggage, capitalism? Let's take a long, overly philosophical and wildly sarcastic journey into the meaning of the cape. This is better than Wikipedia. Get comfortable, or stand dramatically in the wind. Your choice. Let's be honest, capes are impractical nonsense. If you wore one to Starbucks, you'd probably get tangled in the revolving door and fall into a very public, very humiliating latte spill. Yet superheroes who dodge bullets and wrestle gods wear capes like they're at Fashion Week. And it's not even a weather thing. Batman wears a cape in every climate. Arctic freeze, cape. Blazing desert, still caped up. Wind tunnel, oh, he thrives in wind tunnels. Why? Because capes aren't for utility, they're for drama. You don't just walk away from an explosion in silence, you walk away with your cape flapping like a shredded flag of badassery. It's the visual equivalent of dropping a mic. Superheroes wear capes because nothing says, I'm better than you, like having your clothes follow you around like a loyal pet. Let's time travel. Long before Marvel or DC, capes were the swag of emperors, generals, and wealthy people who just wanted to make peasants feel like trash. In ancient Rome, a cape said, yes, I have slaves, and yes, I plan to conquer something by lunch. In medieval times, knights wore capes to stay warm, but also to look like walking velvet curtains. Basically, if you wore a cape, you were powerful, rich, and probably a little extra. Kings didn't just wear crowns, they had 10-foot-long capes dragged behind them by servants who were emotionally dead inside. Fast forward to comic books, and boom, they took that same symbolism and slapped it onto fictional guys in tights. The cape says, I'm heroic. Even if it's flammable and snag-prone, it's the original power move, like wearing sunglasses indoors or buying avocado toast in a housing crisis. Here's the classic myth. The cape helps them fly. Ah yes, science at its finest. Tell me how a piece of loose fabric somehow makes gravity say, never mind. Superman flies because he's Superman, not because of his flowing blanket. If that logic held up, your grandma's laundry on the clothesline would be airborne. Animators gave superheroes capes because it looked cool in motion. Capes add flow, energy, that sense of speed. It's a visual cheat code. Without a cape, Superman just levitates like a glitchy game character. With a cape, he's a glorious airborne god. So, do capes make you fly? Number. But do they make you look like you can? Absolutely. What if I told you, capes are a scam, not a fashion choice, not a tradition, a marketing ploy? You ever try to sell a tight bodysuit to a 6-year-old? Doesn't work. But you add a shiny red cape? Boom. They want to be Superman. Instant Halloween costume. Instant action figure. Instant money. Capes sell. They flutter. They shine. They scream, buy me. You think superheroes wear capes because of ancient symbolism? No, they wear them because capes make merch fly off shelves. Quite literally, it's the ultimate branding tactic. A spandex suit is just gym clothes. A cape, that's a movement. That's identity. That's the difference between fit check and fight crime. Capitalism gave us capes, and we bought it. Edna Mode. Short, sassy, and iconic. She said the words we all knew deep down, no capes. And then she gave us a montage of capes causing literal death. One got caught in a missile, another in a jet turbine. Someone even got sucked into an elevator shaft. So yeah, capes equals danger. In real life, they're more hazardous than helpful. Superheroes should be rocking utility belts and breathable fabrics, not dramatic floor-length scarves. But do they stop? Number, why? Because risk is part of the aesthetic. Capes are reckless. They scream, "I don't care if this gets caught in a blender, I have a statement to make." And honestly, respect. Let's get fake deep for a second. What is a cape? A metaphor, a symbol, a literal representation of emotional baggage that flaps dramatically in the wind as you sprint away from your unresolved trauma. Heroes wear capes not because they're needed, but because they're poetic. A cape is the embodiment of drama, of mystery, of that moment when you stare at a sunset wondering if the world will ever truly understand you. It trails behind them like regret, like pain, like last week's pizza. A cape is a soft, flowing cry for help stitched by symbolism and irony. It says, "I may punch aliens, but inside I'm still processing childhood abandonment." So what is the actual reason superheroes wear capes? Because we expect them to. It's an unspoken agreement. You see a figure flying across the sky with a cape? Your brain instantly goes, hero. Capes have become shorthand for power, justice, sacrifice. Even if it's illogical, even if it's inconvenient. We don't want our heroes to be realistic. We want them extra. We want them larger than life. We want them wearing something that would get you bullied at school. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. A cape is fantasy. It's the dream. It's the belief that someone somewhere is willing to look ridiculous to do the right thing, even if they trip over it. So, why do superheroes wear capes? Because drama. Because history. Because capitalism. Because emotion. Because animation. Because childhood dreams. Because we want them to. And now, when someone tries to tell you it's for flying or protection or whatever, you can look them dead in the eye and say, "Number." It's because Never Googled told me so. If you like this video, hit that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe if you want to see more existential crises about everyday things. Comment what you want us to overthink next. This has been Never Googled, where the facts are mostly real, but the philosophy is aggressively unnecessary. See you next time. Bring your cape.